the news headlines. Tens of thousands of women marched toward Kangbai to oppose mass burial of Kuki-Jo terrorists at Turbun, Bangla. 15 to 16 women injured in clash with security forces. Following appeal from Home Ministry, ITLF postpones mass burial of 35 Kuki-Jo corpses for 5 days. Sixth MR rifleman dead, 1 volunteer hurt in gun battle with Kuki militants, 2 militants killed. And huge mob snatches over 200 guns from 2nd IRB camp at Naransena. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching Northeast Window English News Bulletin. I'm KAVITA TONGBRAM. Now the news in details. Tens of thousands of irate Mairapaibis, market imas and people marched toward Kangwai in Bishnupur district against a proposed mass burial of dead bodies of Kuki-Jo terrorists at Turbun, Bangla on Thursday. Imas of Kwaraman Kaitel and women folks from across the valley headed to the fringe of Kangwai village via Fogokjau Ikai Awang. It may be mentioned earlier, since the beginning of the ethnic clash, no Meiteis were able to reach beyond Kangwai. The marchers reportedly managed to head towards Kangwai, breaking barbed wire, thorn barricades put up by the Assam Rifles along Fogokjau Ikai Awang Road. However, upon reaching the border of Kangwai village, 9 AR troops stopped the marchers by parking bulletproof vehicles. As the marchers relentlessly tried to further head towards Turbun, the RAF fired tear gas shells to disperse the people. Stampede ensued, injuring over 16 persons due to the dispersion of the large numbers of marchers. A journalist of a local TV channel on duty at the spot also reportedly sustained injuries. Many injured mothers were rushed to Kwakta Primary Health Center, while some were treated at Moirang Hospital. On the other hand, the program of cookies at Turbun, Bangla was cut short after holding a formal meeting. The proposed mass burial of dead bodies of 35 Kuki-Jo at Turbun, Bangla in Bishnupur district by the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum ITLF on Thursday has been postponed after an appeal from the Union Home Ministry. In a letter to Chairman of ITLF, Pagin Haukev, and Coordinator of Kokomi, Jitendra Ningomba, Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Nityanand Raina said the Government of India is seized of the issue of last rites of mortal remains of those killed in ethnic violence in Manipur. The Government of India appealed to all the concerned to maintain peace and communal harmony and assured that it will spare no efforts to resolve the forced issue amicably to the utmost satisfaction of all parties within a period of 7 days. Meanwhile, Chairman of Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, ITLF, Pagin Haukev, and Secretary Mohan Tombing, in a letter to Union Home Minister Amit Shah through Headquarters 27 Sector Assam Rifles, Chuchanpur, said, ITLF has agreed to delay the burial for more 5 days after a long deliberation on the request of the Union Home Ministry. It also sought a written assurance from the Ministry on 5 demands. The demands include the legalization of the burial site in S. Boljang of Chuchanpur, Manipur. Further, all Meitei state forces should not be deployed in all hill districts for the safety of the Kuki-Jo communities. The tribal body also demanded that as the burial will be delayed, the dead bodies of the Kuki-Jo communities that are lying in Imphal should be brought to Chuchanpur, and that the tribal jail inmate in Imphal should be transferred to other states for their safety. A rifleman of 6 MR was killed and a village volunteer was injured in a pitched gun battle with 10 Kuki terrorists at Senjam Chirang on Thursday morning. As per reports culled from the incident site, 2 Kuki terrorists have also been killed in the gun battle. The deceased personnel of 6 MR, identified as Rishikanta of Wangjing in Thopal district, died after sustaining bullet injury in his head, while the injured volunteer, identified as Tomba, has been rushed to a hospital. The MR personnel and village volunteers guarding the village reportedly fired retaliatory rounds as the Kuki terrorists opened fire at the village around 5 a.m. on Thursday. The gun battle continued around 11 a.m. Meanwhile, amidst the issue of burial of dead bodies of Kuki Joe at Torbung in Bishnupur district, a large group of people in combat dress reportedly snatched arms and ammunition from 2nd IRB designated camp at Rajsena in the same district on Thursday morning. The men in uniform, who came in around 50 vehicles around 9:30 a.m., reportedly snatched over 200 guns. The person on guard at the camp informed that the mob came shouting towards the gate, barged into the gate and snatched the arms after overpowering the personnel posted at the camp. Hundreds of people from different parts of the valley stormed Jenims against the claiming of dead bodies of Kuki militants kept at Jenims mortuary by Assam Rifles on Wednesday night. The people also hesitated, demanding the whereabouts of those missing Meiteis and the dead bodies of Meiteis killed in Churchandpur and other Kuki inhabited areas. Later, the Assam Rifles troop retreated without collecting the dead bodies. Amidst the disruptions caused in the parliament by the opposition bloc over the prevailing situation in Manipur, BJP MLA R.K. Imo in a video message has urged the political parties to allow parliament to function and the real issues be discussed in the state. He urged all the parliamentarians across all political lines to not disrupt the proceedings in the parliament, as all are looking forward to a solution to the prevailing situation in the northeastern state of Manipur.
My only sincere request to all the parliamentarians across all political lines, let Parliament function. We need to hear and discuss about all the issues which is prevailing in the state. Thus, it becomes very important and pertinent to mention here that Parliament is allowed to function. And I'm not saying because I belong to a particular political party, but because I happen to be a Manipuri and we deserve to know what is happening, what is going to be discussed, and what are the programs, what are the things which are going to be taken forward to ensure that there is peace over here in our state. Coming over here for photo ops doesn't make any sense. We need peace. Thus, in whatever rule or whatever manner you're going to discuss, we already know that there's a no confidence motion. I'm sure the Prime Minister will be speaking during the no confidence motion. Let it function, let it be discussed, let the Home Minister come forward. We want central government to take a lot more proactive measures for the state of Manipur.
Now it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Diabetes ka luina na hinglibusing tha amagi manungda fahanba ngamle. Khong hamba nungai tabasu numit mangani gi manungda fahanba ngamle. Piles haibadi nungsang nabasu chama da chama fahanba ngamle. Cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oina lehenba ngamle. BP wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal da lehenba ngamle. Pumnamak natural oiba anoba hidak makal singna laying jabani. Haksang da sokadaba side effect amata leite. Makatana hidak chabagi mathausu tararoi. Ako pamorol gidamak na si maglengsin biraw Diabetes Hospital, Jenims Road near Punjab National Bank, Porompat.
40 years of trusted diagnostic service, Bhavina Diagnostics.
Welcome back. Curfew relaxation in both Imphal East and Imphal West districts have been withdrawn with immediate effect until further orders. District Magistrate Imphal East and Imphal West on Thursday stated that the curfew relaxation from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. on August 3 has been cancelled with immediate effect. However, all persons belonging to essential services such as the health, PHED, municipal officials or staffs, power, MSPDCL, MSPCL, media personnel and functioning of courts shall be exempted from further imposition of curfew after the expiry of the said period of relaxation, the order stated. India parties have offered a middle path solution to the leader of the House to break the long jam and get a discussion on Manipur going in an uninterrupted manner in the Rajya Sabha. Hope the Modi government agrees, Congress leader Jairam Ramesh posted on Twitter this afternoon. Over the past 2 weeks, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha have seen repeated disruptions over disagreement between the opposition and treasury benches on the rule under which the situation in the northeastern state should be discussed. The opposition had been insisting that the discussion on Manipur be held under Rule 267, which provides for suspension of all business to take up key issues. The government, on the other hand, wanted a short duration discussion under Rule 176. According to sources, the opposition has now advised that the discussion be held under Rule 167, which has the provision for voting. The government wants a discussion under Rule 176 and we want it under Rule 267. Mizoram has experienced its darkest age and most challenging time since India's independence, according to MPCC President Lal Swata, who spoke during a press conference held today at Congress Bhavan. He claimed that the BJP government had unleashed a dangerous storm of ethnic culture and religious freedom in an effort to annihilate the ethnic culture and religious freedom of India's minorities. He added that other nations have listed India as one of the most dangerous nations in the world for Christians. According to him, the Uniform Civil Code UCC is about to go into effect and will force minor ethnic groups to adopt the practices of the big ethnic groups, which is against religious liberty and ethnic culture. He also said that the recently passed Forest Conservation Act 1980, Amendment Act 2023 will devastate the ecology in the border states by eradicating trees, soil, grass, rivers and wildlife. He asked all Mizoram political parties to unite in opposition to the BJP, as well as all churches and non-governmental organizations to form a forum to do so. Since resistance is not limited to political parties, he added,
the end of India will not come from outside India. He said that it is the people of India which can bring about the downfall of India itself. Therefore, we are now facing the situation that existed in 2002 in Gujarat, that Godhra massacre. And now we have witnessed almost the similar incident here in Manipur. It is a very sad incident. Not incident, it is continuous. Even today, it is a threat to the integration of India. I would like to say that BJP is interested in Hindutva, and this Uniform Civil Code also is taken to be an instrument to promote Hindutva.
India is requiring licenses for the import of computers from laptops to tablets, the latest in a series of government measures intended to encourage local electronics production, according to a notification from the Directorate General of Foreign Trade. Purchasers need to seek permission to import laptops, tablets, all-in-one personal computers, and ultra-small computers and servers with immediate effect. Certain types of PCs that are designated capital goods may be exempted, the agency said without elaborating. Shares in the local electronics contract manufacturers rose after the government announcement. Ember Enterprises India Limited gained as much as 3.3%, Dikshan Technologies India Limited rose 5.5%, and PZ Electroplus Limited spiked 2.8%. The restriction comes on top of policies designed to discourage import of foreign electronics that have been in place for years, including lofty tariffs. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has unveiled a 170 billion rupee, $2.1 billion finance Now, before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the headlines once again.